Lulu in the window. She's
Oh, hi, Lulu. My doggy's name, my Lulu. Hello, everybody. We're talking about doggies. As you can see, my Lulu was originally Lulu when I met her at the animal shelter that I was working at. And one day I accidentally called her Lulu because we liked the show, the movie, The Fifth Element. And so I accidentally said Lilu, and she looked up at me and her ears went up, and I'm like, okay, that's your name now. So we get rid of the,
I prefer that.
So we got rid of the name, the kennel name. And I'm like, okay, now you're Lilu. So when you said Lulu, I was like, oh, so sweet. So hello, everybody. Hello, I'm not Allison. Well, hello, Allison.
Hello.
How was your week? Hello, Teresa.
It was good. It was good. It was busy. As you know, I'm a school bus driver. It's last week of school, so last day of school today. So ready for summer.
And you got the kids all jacked up on sugar with the free candy.
I did, and I was really surprised. The high schoolers were really into it. I didn't think they'd really care if they didn't even want any, and they were like just as interested as the elementary. So that was cool.
You never say no to candy. Candy's a good thing in moderation.
I got several nice gifts from parents, which I totally didn't expect. So nice.
So, actually, Dina, it's Alice. I mean, do you ever go by Allie? Aley? Or do you?
Allly.
Ally.
On occasion, Allly. Allie. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Really, I mean, really, not really. I mean, like jobs I've worked at, people just start saying it. I say that's fine. My family always called me Al when I was little. Al, just Al.
You can call me Al.
Tomboy. I was a tomboy, and it was a joke. They called me Big Al because I was really little, so they called me Big Al. It was just kind of a joke in the family, and I still hear it.
Grew up.
Yeah, but they still, once in a while. My sister's really the only one, and I don't even notice it because it's her. You know how it is. I mean, so she says it, and I don't even think about it. But anywho,
very cool.
I can't get the chat to come up for some reason. It's not showing. Yeah.
Well, we have Teresa Levine, Brenda Terrell. Hello,
Teresa.
Brenda. Isadora
Brenda.
Smith, Nancy,
Isadora,
Dina,
Nancy,
and
Solomon.
Lisa. And that's my Shan, bringing me my tea.
Thanks for the tea.
We have Nancy Riker. Hi, Nancy. Thanks for popping in. And she was like, okay, Allison. So yeah, Dina's cool. She's totally laid back. I've known Dina for a while, so. But oops, nope, that's not a start comment. Just take that off. There we go. So, give me a second, people. Let me sip.
And let me see.
So now that you have a little extra free time, any plans for a little bit of traveling or just hanging out more at the park? I know you got your son coming in to visit.
Yeah, my son gets home on Sunday from college. Well, he's been out of college for probably about 2 weeks now, but he's been with his dad in California. He arrives here. I'm flying him in. He gets in on Sunday, and we are going to go to Niagara Falls at some point. Tentatively, we were going to see if maybe I spoke very briefly. We talked to Septina, and we also thought maybe you would want to meet us up as well, and just kind of see if it works out. If it doesn't, that's fine. I'm sure we could all at least meet. There's so many parks there, and we could all just whatever, hang out. And
I mean our park is pretty, but Niagara Falls really isn't that safe.
Right, I've heard that certain areas,
and in the park you have to be careful.
We could all meet up there.
Oh my God, there's so many other beautiful parks.
Except Tina has a passport. Yeah, so she can come over, and then we could all be on the same land.
Yeah.
I don't have a passport.
I don't have a passport either.
Plus, I don't want to mess with all that. She didn't seem to mind, so awesome. And I assume Oric does as well. She said, she'd bring him, and I'll have my son and whatever.
Oh my God, that's awesome. We can go and
I mean, it's very tentative. We only talked about it very briefly a couple times, but I'd love to do that. And other than that, we're just going to hang out. We're going to do I've got a lot of his stuff here. We're going to thin it out and whatever.
Declutter.
I do it every year or so, and he needs to get rid of some stuff. It's like he needs to get rid of some stuff.
Yep. And when you say the word stuff and we talk about declutter, I always hear George Carlin, you get rid of stuff to make room for more stuff.
I don't
and then
do
when
that,
you have too much stuff, then you get a bigger place to put in more stuff. And when you got all that extra room, you're like, hey, we got room for more stuff.
Yep. No, that is very, excuse me, that is very true. People do that. Absolutely. All right, let me see if I can bring this up on the yeah, so
actually, no, Brenda, they're going to come onto the American side. Allyson and I don't have passports or enhanced licenses. But yeah, there are, some great restaurants and nice parks, and be good to like do takeout or something and go to one of the parks. And
I just want us all to meet each other. We can find a safe, preferably outside environment, whatever. It doesn't have to be right there at Niagara Falls where there's some sort of
the Arboretum is a beautiful park. I've been sending you pictures. That's where that little that little groundhog video that I sent you.
Oh, the picture,
everybody, it was so cute. This little groundhog ended up feeling safe. Shannon's there playing guitar, and I'm sitting there doing, sketching or whatever. And Shannon's like, hey, honey, look up. And I looked over, and this groundhog came out, and he was walking around lifting up and going in and out. And then he got comfortable enough where for a wild animal trusting a human at about 15 feet, that was something else. And so I was taking like little videos. He would get up and he was sitting eating, and they're just so adorable.
And they have hands. It's ridiculous cute.
Yep.
Yeah, they're adorable.
Here, so
super cute.
So that's a beautiful park. There's a beautiful energy there. It's huge. Yeah, we're kind of trying to focus on trying to find some housing, a nice apartment in that area for income base. So we started that process this week with my care coordinator. So it'd be nice to move into that area. Yes. Let's see, Teresa, I need to get rid of clutter, but there's always someone to watch on YouTube. Well, moderation, that's what I had to learn. I was doing too much, and it's just too much energy. You can't be there for every single person. You wish you could, but
I hardly watch anything anymore.
Yeah. So I have to pick and choose, where
I'm very selective. It's got to be something I really, really want to watch. And it's because of that. It's because I just don't, as much as I'd love to, I would, but it's like, I know there's other stuff I need to do. And it's also not good to be looking at that much screen time.
Yeah. All the different energies and stuff. And I think that's one of the things that,
your vision,
kind of, I'm not saying that watching all that, doing all that YouTube and neglecting, my art and stuff was the cause of getting COVID. But I think a lot of it was just too much energy coming on at too much. I wasn't finding my typical way of releasing this energy, and it wasn't balanced. And then when I did get sick and JJ did that cleansing for me, it was just like the shit hit the fan, and my energy really everything just cleared all at once. And then I noticed while I was getting better, it was like I couldn't watch all the YouTube anymore. For me, the energy was just so jarring that it's like, okay, that was part of my sign. I had to step back. I was doing too much, too much electronics, too much AI and stuff. And so now trying to find a balanced medium. Yeah. And for me, my Fridays is that hanging out with you and whoever, wants to join us, as well. So that's what I look forward to. And then actually Tuesday, with Nancy here being in the chat, Nancy is going to be a guest for the first time on my channel. And we're going to be, it's for my Crystal Visions segment that I like to do when we talk about crystals. And I thought to Nancy, I go, what just jumped in my mind that was really cool is how about doing something on crone stones? Because her channel is,
I'm going to grab a book for Nancy.
Okay. So we're going to do crone stones, and we're going to pick stones in our collection that we feel contain the ancient knowledge and wisdom that is associated with the wise women with crones. And so that's going to be fun. I can't wait for that. It's on Tuesday at 7 p.m. And howdy, Gerald, making dinner, lurking. Yeah, I have to eat after we're done here. I got a little, I got so emotionally involved with Sherry and Miss Taro D. She came back to YouTube as a guest on Sherry's channel. And if we can all too send healing energy to Sherry's son. I can't remember what his name's at the moment. I'm sorry, Sherry, I apologize. But he was in a car accident today. He's okay, walked away with a sprain. But Sherry being mom, is still, um, you can't shake that fear,
No.
that, when one of your kids has been hurt. So we can all send Sherry and her son, just very loving, soft, gentle energies to help them through this and process it. And it was just so beautiful to see Miss Taro D back. Her new look, absolutely gorgeous. So, but yeah, I think that is everything I want to cover at the moment. And you are still doing, I know you said it's not every Monday. Is there going to be a Mystic Floor this coming Monday? I see.
We don't do it.
Too.
We do it. It's just kind of
sporadic.
Coincidentally, been every other Monday.
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to be. I think it's the 19th. Without
19th?
Looking at the calendar, I think it's the 19th. Is the next one, same time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that is so fun. And I also wanted to comment. I don't know if anybody in the chat. Heather's live last night was hilarious with Tangi and Septina. That's a good one to watch on the replay.
Thank you.
It was just so. It was.
And I needed.
It was just fun. I mean, it was great, the three of you together. But Tangi is just a stitch, and
yes,
I love watching her. She just kills me. What she says, her timing, her facial expressions, just all of it. I mean, humor is one of those things that kind of, but for me, she just like laughing out loud, cleaning in my kitchen, just going, "Oh my God." She's hilarious.
We had a blast, and we were hanging out after the show was over. We didn't stop talking until like 11:30. So the fun times continued for, a couple hours after that. I didn't get to bed till 1. And next thing I know, Shan's knocking on my door. Honey, it's 12 o'clock. I'm like, what? So oh yeah, I really needed that girls' night last night. Let me tell you. So
that's awesome.
Oh, and speak of the devil, she is.
Oh, hey, Tangi.
Boop. So yeah. Oh my goodness.
Before Allyson I forget, I wanted to comment on whoever's, you had somebody's name pulled up, and I'm Linda. So sorry to forgot about the clearing clutter. I don't know
there
who
was
that
Teresa.
Was pulled up.
I think it was Teresa.
I don't think it was
how
Teresa.
Far I can go. Dina,
but anyhow,
I know mentioned.
There, and I have it. I've got 3 bookshelves, you guys. Sorry, I can't find
this one right here.
I have thinned out a lot. I don't keep anything in my house that I don't need, but I know I still have that book. Anyhow, there's an amazing book. There it is, Nancy. There's an amazing book. If you read it, it's a quick read. I guarantee you'll be able to do it. And it's called Clear Your Clutter by Karen Kingston. It's still in copyright. You can probably find it used. You might even have it at your library. It's a quick read. It's probably not even 100 pages. Excellent. She explains about why you collect and how you collect and why we hold on and blah, blah, the whole psychology of it. And I got rid of it. I do not have anything in my home that I don't love or that I need. That's it. And that's not for everybody. I'm not even saying you have to do that, but if you really want to declutter, you don't have to be as extreme as me, but if you need to cut down or get rid of stuff or whatever, if you just read that book, you'll have the tools to do it. And I was even able to harness the you know, just the wherewithal to sit through it. Because my problem, I have ADD, which you probably can already tell. And
if it hasn't been banned.
My problem is I'll sit and do something and then I want to go do something else. And it even helped me with that. So
Isadora, are you talking about the decluttering book that Allison's talking about? Did I miss something?
No, she can't be. I don't know why. I know I saw that. I'm like, I have no idea. There's no reason that would be banned.
Yeah. Well, nowadays people are crazy all over this country. Oh yeah. Hi, he's got a little wet nose. We've been having like colder temperatures, and so he's been having a little bit of a runny nose and sneezing, but he's okay.
He's so cute. He's so pretty.
Good to my boo. It'd be nice if my other one would come in every now and then. I know you don't like getting
there
down.
she is again. You can see this is the elusive Chihuahua up here in the window.
Everybody, that's
she doesn't come out much, so you have to get views of her when you can get them. I mean, she does for me, but like camera people come over. Mm-hmm. They're like, "Oh, you have 2 dogs?" Because everybody always sees Scout. You don't see Lulu very much.
She missed. Oh yeah, she was being sarcastic. That's what I thought. I was like, okay. But yeah, I mean, with things without getting into politics and stuff, but with some of these states and the books that they're starting to ban and books they're burning and taking out of schools.
I'm just seeing if I missed it.
You're just, it's like, oh no, it's against consumerism. Just telling people they don't need to buy anything. Let's burn it. Let's ban it. I can get the sarcasm. Right. Exactly. Clear your clutter. Nancy came up with clear your clutter with feng shui.
Clear your clutter feng shui, but you don't need that right part of the title. Clear your clutter, and it's by Karen Kingston. It's old because when I first read that, it was already a few years old, and my son was a baby, and he's 21. So but all the information still applies. That's so weird for me to realize that I had that book when my son was little and he's 21. But it all still applies, and it's a great, great book. It was fabulous. We moved from Florida to California, and we had to ship everything. And I was like, I am not taking everything in this house to our new house. And I tacked it. I cut it down by probably 50%.
Within the past few months, I have bagged 3 bags of clothes. And instead of taking them to places like Salvation Army or Goodwill, that sometimes, Salvation Army, I don't like to donate to anymore because they discriminate against same-sex parents and families and stuff and whatnot. So I don't donate to them. I'm not sure about Goodwill, but we do have drop-off bins around town for homeless shelters. So whatever I don't need, I just bag it and put it in for the homeless so that nobody's charged. They can get clothes,
Our local thrift shop is all for women in, what's the wording? Women, really it's mothers, in like a desperate situation, right?
And Gerald agrees that's a great book. So he must have it.
Yeah.
For me, being an artist, it's hard to declutter because I have art supplies for whenever I feel like would best express my creativity. And because I create more than I sell, what I'm looking at there, what sometimes you guys can see.
It doesn't mean you have to get rid of it, though. The point,
but for me, that's my clutter, though. That's where my clutter comes from.
Right. So, I recommend anybody read the book because it talks about organizing what you do have, like something like that, where it's like, okay, I'm not going to bend on this. I need all this stuff. It's like, okay, so how do you have it organized?
Yep, that's what we're starting to do. Can you
make it more accessible so that in any minute, where X, Y, Z is? You don't have to be like, oh, well, I don't, it's like, you know what I'm saying?
Yep, we have boxes. Because we had to move into a 1-bedroom apartment, we still have a year and a half later things still in boxes because we have no space to put it. And we're starting to go through boxes and say, really, do we need all of these Christmas decorations? Yes, Shan and I have been together for 20 some years now, and we have memories. And there's certain things that I'm like, okay, what do I really want to hold on to? What can, I let go of? And so we're doing that with cups and holiday decorations and
That book would help you with all of that.
Yeah. So
like I got rid of a lot of stuff that I thought I needed to keep and I thought was sentimental, and I just kept what was truly sentimental. I'm not trying to take away from what you're saying, but it's like all of that's covered in that book. Everything you just said.
And we love our books and we love our music. You know, there's not a lot of stuff that we enjoy, and so everything that he's collecting music wise. For me, to help with my clutter with my CDs, I just took them all out of their jewel cases, recycled the jewel cases, and I got those things for, you know, the storage. And
the binder.
Yeah, and so that's what I do. He prefers the jewels, but for me, I'm like, well, at least I can help with part of the declutter and put what I can, take the cases out, and then just put them right into, you know, protective sleeves. So that's another thing that, you know, get creative, you know, and for me, it's like all this stuff, I get overwhelmed. So it's like, okay, maybe just move this little thing here today, and that'll be something I can say when I go to bed at night. Okay, I did a little bit, you know, and that makes a little bit spot. And then eventually I notice it starts to get smaller, and then it's just like, it's less overwhelming and paralyzing. You're like, oh my God, where do I go?
Yeah.
What did I do? You know?
Yeah.
And Lisa said, I clear, then I go out and replace it.
Yeah, and again, everybody's different. And like she was talking about CDs, I got rid of all of them.
Hi, Sylvia.
Gone. It's like, just let them go. If I want to hear something, I can download it.
Oh, and Nancy said she just ordered that book. $6.49.
Awesome. $6.50. It's worth every penny, Nancy. You'll really like it.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of books that I have.
And it's easy to read too. It's very, you know,
yeah. I have Feng Shui for Dummies, but every time I try to read it, and where I live, it's kind of hard for me to do Feng Shui when you're in an apartment in a certain part of the building, and you know, you can't keep, you know what I mean, because everybody's different energies.
Feng Shui though. It's not. I don't even know why it's called that. It Feng Shui, because like with Feng Shui, you don't have clutter in your home. I think that's the whole, like it's been so long. I think she's a Feng Shui practitioner, but that's not what the book is.
Gotcha.
But you can apply it. You know what I mean? I think that's why it's worded like that, if I had to guess. It's really just about having you identify with what you have, why you have it, what's the connection. It's very like there's some psychology in it. And she doesn't tell you what you're doing. She gives examples, and then you figure it out. It's like, okay, well, da 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 da.
Yeah, because everybody's situation's different. Yeah.
And what's important to you. And then there's even a part where, like, if you have some things you're just not sure, she has you put them like in a box and put them aside. And then a month later, or whatever it is, it's been so long since I've read it, you know, do you even remember what's in the box? If you don't, guess what? You don't need it.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, so, it's been an eye opener. And but I find things too, like my pendant, like I was showing you earlier.
Sure, I'm starting to find stuff.
I'm like, yes, I'm finding things. And it's like I'm getting rid of stuff that I don't need, but then I'm finding things that I forgot I even had that I treasure. That, you know, because of the distraction of everything.
I'm a minimalist, admittedly. But when I moved here, I had to get a storage unit. I had to, because my place is so small. But there were only certain things that, well, actually, that's not true. I'd been here for a while, and then my mother died. And we had to empty out her entire house. And we got rid of most everything. But there were certain things that I wanted. The main thing was my grandparents' bedroom set. I'd always wanted it since I was a girl. I loved it. And so, but I already have a set. So anyways, but I decided, yep. There were some other things, and my son has some stuff and whatever. So I have a small storage unit. It's not large by any means, and it's inexpensive. But perfect example of how it can even happen to somebody like me. Like I said, only things in my house I love. I can't really quite tell you, other than the things I named, what all's in that storage unit. That's a problem.
Yeah.
So we're going there this weekend.
And storage units are so expensive here.
I'm going to attack it. And it's like, yeah, but the point is, I've been here for several years now.
Yeah.
I don't need anything in that storage unit. Because guess what? I get through every day just fine.
Yeah.
Don't need anything, not missing anything. And then you see it and you're like, oh, but I love this thing. And it's like, no, you really don't. You just wanted to like repurchase it. Like you just, I need this. It's like, no, you don't. It's so, but everybody, everybody do whatever they want to do and whatever. But the book helps you to not do what I was just describing.
I wanted to put that up there for you to see.
Very empowering. I read her words early last night. Oh, you're welcome, honey. You're a doll.
And I just bought a heart-shaped egg fryer. What the heck do I need it?
See, that's
cute. The thing they create, like Carl.
And we can all be enticed by things. Like I was just saying, I never buy anything. I bought a new Oracle deck like a week ago, and I justified it. We do that. It happens. Mm-hmm. But it's like, it's about restraint and knowing your means. I live within my means always. And so I don't, and I've been able to save and save and save because I do that. And now, So, but everybody's different. Everybody just do yourself and whatever. But that's a great book for anybody that wants to thin out and get rid of clutter, which is negative energy. It's heavy, negative, dead energy. When you have stuff all around you, it's just sitting.
There's a great podcast. It got put up onto my YouTube feed that we have on our TV. And they're two guys, and they're called The Minimalists. They have a podcast. And that was so I know what you're talking insightful. About. I love these guys. And I told Shan, I want to watch another one of their episodes because they basically say, like what you said, what is it that you truly need? What, what actually brings you joy? If you don't, and you're talking about how this woman came to them. Well, I have a huge walk-in closet and I have all these clothes and there's some things that I just buy, I haven't worn. And then there's some things that I've only worn once and now they're not out of fashion. And I'm just like, oh, wow. Then just donate to a homeless shelter or a women's shelter. Women who are trying to, trying to get back into the workforce that are getting out of abusive relationship or marriages. And they want, nice clothes to be able to feel good again, about themselves. And when they apply for jobs and things and stuff like that, instead of throwing them in the garbage or, just dumping them somewhere, really kind of research and see what's in your area and see how, and it's like that again, it's those little small things in our community that can make the greatest difference. You don't have to do everything globally.
I'm sure you're right. And I just shudder when I hear that. It's like, who would throw away clothes and not donate them? I can't even wrap my head around that. Well, I've had
clothes that are stained really bad and they have rips in it. And I'm like, I'm not going to
donate that's my rag box. Crap. I cut everything down and I make them rags. And then when they're done, I throw them out. But that's me. I recycle everything. But no, I understand what you're saying. A lot of women, and I don't mean to leave guys out of this because this is more of a woman thing. Men do it too, though, but for different reasons. Have old clothes or clothes like 4 different sizes. Can't wear you're only one size at a time. You're not 4 sizes. You know what I mean? So that's something else. Mountain. Like me, if I haven't worn it in 6 months or so, I get rid of it.
And I have somebody new in my chat. Unless they change their names. I just want to say hi really quick before they disappear up in the chat. Green Mountain Mystic. Hello, welcome. And she says, I took my
New York closet to a shelter.
That's wonderful.
I took my New York closet to a shelter and my mom threw in a half dozen baby
quilts. So she took in, maybe she means her walk-in closet, maybe. Maybe that's what she meant, to a shelter.
Heather, I took my, closet to a shelter.
I think that's what she means, her walk-in. Because you know how Siri can be.
I'm a quilter, Green Mountain Mystic. I quilt. Anybody that knows me, if they have a baby, they get a quilt.
And Gerald quilts too. Gerald's
actually, let me show you as long as we're talking about it.
Cool. See, this is what I love about Friday night. You never know where the conversation's going. We have, people who can share insights. We can laugh. We can, it's a nice, little get together. And probably in a little bit or so, we'll take some personal questions. I like that side. I love the colors. You did that?
Yeah, I just finished this the other day.
Fabulous.
And then I'm doing this one for my other niece. They're sisters. This one's not done and it's a lot bigger. And she is what is it? LGBTQI. What is it?
I don't know, honey. There's so many letters.
He's
I don't mean to
asexual.
be disrespectful.
And these are the colors: the black, white, gray, and purple.
Oh wow!
Isn't that cool? The black and white.
Yeah. And you made all this. You're so talented.
Yeah, I've been quilting for a long time, and this is a very basic square.
Selling them?
But I've done some really complicated squares. I don't have the time for it though, but it's still fun. I love sewing. It's very meditative and relaxing. As long as it's a simple square that you're doing. More complicated, it's not relaxing at all. But it's beautiful when you're done.
You make a little extra money on the side if you sold them.
You could. You're not really gonna make a profit because it's a lot of, there's hours into that, especially that black and white one. Yeah. But anyways, thank you. And it's fun.
And Green Mountain says she can call her Grun. She posted earlier, GRUN. And she goes, yeah, I am confused too. I don't know, that was my designation. Yeah, they change a lot. So, it's hard for me to keep up. It's not of, disrespect. I get so embarrassed, when I can't even do the first original 3 or 4 letters in the right order. And it's just like, oh my God, it's my brain.
It's a tongue twister. It's a tongue twister. Everybody screws it up.
So
you know what I mean?
Like
it's
my
a
brain
lot.
does
if it's not a part of your daily life and you're not saying it all the time, I think it's perfectly fine. You know what I mean? It's not like you're part of that community, so you say it a lot. That's all I'm saying.
She loves the quilts.
Thank you.
She loves the quilts. And Green Mountain Grun says, my mom is in the West Side Quilter Guild. So very nice. And Gerald's been working on one that he actually, and it was so cool because
he does
posted on Instagram stuff. And he said Wizard Island. I'm like, oh my God, Wizard Island is actually in a lake, in Crater Lake in Oregon, in the area where Shannon and I want to finally retire to, once we get things caught up within the next couple of years. And I asked Gerald, I go, have you been there? He goes, no, it just looked cool. I thought I put it in there. And so that was kind of almost like a little hint from Spirit through Gerald's quilting art to let me know that don't give up. It's okay. You're going to get there.
Personally, I don't even call what he's doing quilting. That's like art. It's canvas on fabric. It's super creative. It's like, it's not, I mean, technically it's quilting because it's layered, but that's the only, and it's sewing, but it's like, that's like straight up scenery making, different textures, different, it's art.
Yeah. And there's a great show. England has some really great TV shows. I think they're a lot better than what the American produce, and especially for artists. And there's a show that's called Landscape Artist of the Year. And it's been going on since like 2013 or 2014. And it's so cool how there's so many different artists and how they create their artwork. And I remember this one episode where a woman brought in she was textile, all these different fabrics, and just her process of the pieces, like of quilting pieces and of like taffeta and mohair, and how she would brush and how she would cut and layer and design. I mean, that was just absolutely mind blowing. Of course, they never really made it to, the finals or anything, but just to see that amount of skill and creativity that's why I tell people to be an artist, to be creative, you don't have to be drawing or painting. There are so many other ways of creating art, with fabrics and doodads and all, it's the sky's the limit, really.
Right. And whatever you're drawn to and however you like, those aren't patterned. I just made them. I don't even have a pattern. It's just whatever talks to you. Oh my gosh. LGBTQQIP. That can't be it. It's like, no.
I love everybody, but this is too much for me.
It is too much. And some
people do get offended.
I can't and I won't. It's like, we know what we're talking about. I just say LGBTQ plus.
Mm-hmm.
No disrespect. It's just, I can't. Yeah, my brain, I'm not going to remember that.
No, not mine either. No, especially when we get older.
Nope. It's not going to remember it.
Work as much as...
It's okay. It's okay.
And Tanchi says, yeah, Gerald's work is on a whole nother level of awesomeness.
Yeah, it's just, it's creativeness, like extravaganza.
I'm an easy L. I love that, Dina. I'm an easy L. That's awesome. So it is 8:37. Did you want to open the floor for no themed readings tonight? Just kind of figure we do some open, question readings.
Sure. If anybody has any.
Now, for me, when it comes to, before we, and go ahead, people, if you want to post your questions again in big capital letters, emojis if you can, because my prescription for my glasses and my eyes still are not very good. And so I need as much help being able to see the questions and be able to click on them as quickly as possible. But I just was able to catch up on part of Gerald's Tarot the Stash Way. He did an ethics part 1 and 2 with Deb H. And that was so insightful in how readers really need to take a step back and sit down and say, okay, what is it that I feel comfortable reading on? Can it be, if it's questioned, worded a certain way, can I reword it? How would I do that? How would I put a disclaimer? So I have been really taking time to kind of sit back and think, okay, how do I want to move forward with my channel and make it clear so that when my viewers, my subscribers come in, they know exactly ahead of time what they can feel comfortable asking, because they'll know what I feel comfortable reading on. And so for open questions, I don't mind those, but just so you know, I don't do politics. If there is a political question, Allyson, I'm not speaking for Allyson if she wants to take it.
I've had enough. Yeah, we don't need it.
I try to steer clear of politics here.
There's so much you can watch on that.
Mm-hmm.
It's all over the place. A lot of the women in our community read on it regularly.
Yeah. Okay, I didn't mean to interrupt. So when it comes to third party questions, I will not read another person's energy if they're without their permission. So what I will do is I can read on the energy. Same with health and on something with a slightly legal, but I do not read specifically for anything that is legal. I always recommend, find a lawyer, contact your local, courthouse, or whatever for legal advice, a lawyer. Same thing with health. Anything that is, causing you concern or worry, don't ask a tarot reader first. Go connect with your doctor. Find out that with your doctor. And like I said, with third parties, if somebody wants to know, let's just say, does Johnny love me? Well, will Johnny marry me? I can always say, well, I can read the energy around you and let you know what I'm feeling in connection with your feelings in the situation concerning him, but I will not tap into somebody's other energy without, their permission. Now, Allyson could be very different. And so I guess we'll just take questions. And Allyson, you just feel comfortable taking the questions. And if there's something that comes up that you want to skip on, just let me know. It's cool. And we want this to be good vibes. So we got to be just cognizant of the type of questions and things that are presented to us. So I don't have the cute little box that says soapbox on it that Gerald puts up.
I know I am never a copycat, but I'll tell you what, I was so tempted when I saw him with that. I'm like, that's clever. I like that. But yeah, Gerald and Tangi, they'd both just kill me.
Sylvia, yes. Tangerine is Tangi. She read it with Septina and I last night.
Yes.
Ooh, and she recently dreamt of a Scottish man. Ooh, nice, Tangi.
Ooh.
Hey, Joan B. It's been a while. I'm stuck an hour from home at a gas station with car trouble. Oh, no.
Waiting for my rescue to come get me. Please send good advice. We do, Joan.
Yeah. Take deep breaths, relax.
Sorry, honey. I've been there. Probably all of us have at some point or another, and it licks. I'm sorry.
Okay, Golden Gaia. Hello, welcome. Another name I don't recognize.
Oh, hi, Golden Gaia.
You have a YouTube channel.
That's a very nice name.
Yeah, it is. I don't know who you're asking. Allyson does have a channel. It's in the description below, and I'm not sure who Golden Gaia you're speaking to, but there's several of us in chat who have channels. Tangerine Layla, she has a fun channel. Sylvia, Colorful Foresight, she does politics. So if you're into politics, that would be a great channel for you. Gerald has a tarot stash, and he does a little bit of everything. And I think I covered everybody that's present that has a channel.
And Golden Gaia, I'm Aries Girl Tarot.
Yes. So going through the list a little later to follow up, Allyson. Yeah, I am creative. Wait a minute. A little later to follow up.
You start small. You start with like a postage stamp quilt, which is basically just squares, and then you get a little. You move on from there. If you're actually interested, contact me and I can talk to you about it. It's not that intimidating. It's like anything else. You start out little and you build from there. Your confidence grows and your skills grow.
Okay, let's see. I believe we have a question. I have a channel question. Oh, for tomorrow. I am live again, lunchtime, Laughter with Lisa. Tomorrow is about dating in 2023. How is it going to go? Everyone is welcome. Okay. Yes, kindness and light. Yes. This is Lisa Rhodes. If everybody remembers other chats, Lisa Rhodes went ahead and created her own tarot channel, and it's called Kindness and Light. So she'll be doing her live on that. And so while we're waiting see if there's any questions, want to just do a collective?
Oh, sure. I'm sorry, you guys. I thought I was muted still, and I'm shuffling over here, and I'm a big old loud shuffler.
Oh, not as loud as some people. It's kind of like.
Yeah, and I'm usually like right on it with the mute, open, but I totally flake. So we're just doing a general reading for the collective right now.
Yeah, because I'm not getting any questions yet.
Okay.
Hi, Viviani. Thanks for joining us. Oh, it's so nice to see people. I like to know how my love life would go. Okay. That's not a third party, so that's cool. I would like to. So we're going to do a collective, but I will star you, Nikki. Let us know if you have something a little bit more specific. If you would like to add to that. Not a specific person, but if or we can just pull cards and see where it leads us. You can do that too. So right now we're doing a collective. Brought out a deck I haven't used in a while. Ooh. Here, let's go with this deck instead. Wish I could have like intro music for people to listen to. Please hold. I just love that name, Golden Gaia. That is just so beautiful. And for people who are not sure, when Allyson pulls cards, she shuffles until cards jump out. So that's how she gets her readings. Hey, tarot ass backwards, welcome. Okay.
That's true. Sometimes I don't, though. It just kind of depends, like on my channel. Sometimes when I do a Celtic cross, I shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. I cut the deck 3 times. I'll take 2 of the cards for the first 2 cards and the rest in order for the rest of the spread. It just kind of depends, but usually, yes, it's exactly what Heather said. Usually.
Yeah.
But occasionally, if you watch my channel, you'll see me doing something different. I just feel drawn to do it a different way.
And Viviani, Allyson had herself muted because when she shuffles, she's loud. So some of us know when we're doing. So that's why she was muted. And I was trying to do like little background music.
Some of my decks shuffle quietly, and some of them it's just like.
Yes, thank you, Viviani. So I'm just going to go.
Okay.
And so to start, I have Scarab Beetle Spirit. I just love the artwork and the colors in this deck.
Yes.
I am using the, jeez, if I don't knock everything over, the Spirit Animal Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. So Scarab Beetle Spirit, magic works through you. So to make magic, you have to not just put things out there and expect to have everything handed to you. Magic is connecting with yourself, the earth, and your higher self, all your higher power, and whatever it is that you work magic with. If you don't have a higher power and you work with earth magic, then you work, with Gaia herself and with you. So it's allowing the natural magic to move through you. Badger Spirit, be fearless and bold. I love this card too, being fearless and bold. When it's safe and it's right, take that chance, whatever it is that you've been thinking about doing, projects, a new job, um, a new type of healthy, maybe a healthier lifestyle, whatever it is. The cards are saying be fearless, be bold. I also got Electric Eel Spirit. Bring your ideas to life. So those all 3 fit together. So allow that magic of manifestation, you connecting with yourself, with the earth, with your spirit guides, your higher power. Be fearless and bold in your pursuance of bringing your ideas to life. You're supported on that. I also got from my the Sacred Forest Oracle, Foggy Bog, and it's this beautiful crane, and it says patience. You might have to have a little patience, so things to get going, because sometimes magic takes a little while, and magic just means the energy that we work with. When you hear the word magic, people think magic wand, Harry Potter, Charmed and everything, but magic too is just the natural flow of energy of you manifesting the type of energy that you want out there, and what your goals and your projects and your ideas are. And the last card, now this came up twice last night, and here it is again. Don't dim to fit in. And it says here, how are you dimming your light in order to fit in? So you need to learn how to be, not need to learn. You might have to. Just learning to be yourself. I know that's kind of hard on social media these days when people are saying, well, you need to look this way, or you need to dress this way. This is the makeup you should wear. These are the clothes you should wear. This is how your body should look at this. You get it. We're constantly being bombarded by social media with how to be usually somebody that we're not. And this is a beautiful reminder of, pursuing your dreams and your new endeavors, being bold, being fearless, and not to dim your light to fit in to a clique or a crowd or anything like that. So I like those cards, and I'm gonna turn right over to Allyson. Do you want the big screen tonight, or is this fine?
Oh, it's fine. I think us 50-50 all the way. I mean, you do what you want, dear, but I'm fine with this.
Okay.
So this doesn't usually happen, but it does happen sometimes when I draw from multiple decks. Often the cards kind of talk to each other. I have multiple messages here, which is totally fine. Just an observation. So I'm going to start with, I have a new deck. And I think I already commented, I don't usually buy new decks, but I have a
can't
new
wait
deck,
to see it.
and I'm absolutely loving it. And it's called African Goddess Rising Oracle, and it's Abiola Abrams.
Ooh,
and it's all of these different African goddesses, but it's not just Africa. There's many from Egypt. And then there's also just some people that existed on the planet. It's a mix of things. It is mostly African goddesses. It's absolutely gorgeous. You do not have to be a person of color to use this deck. It's fabulous. And there is a couple deck reviews if you want to look at it first, which I recommend doing, because that's what I always do before I buy anything. And even then, I always talk myself out of it. But that's me. But every once in a while I don't. And I love, love, love this. I'm very, very happy with it. So anyways, so I drew from this deck, and I am going to read from the book. And those of you that ever watch me know that I don't do that. But because this is new and this is different for me, and I haven't read the entire booklet yet, but I'll read it, and then I think I'm going to read it again. And I'm using it as much as I can, and that's how you learn the cards. As well as, reading them intuitively. But this deck, I can't read this intuitively because it's not. These are people. And a lot of these goddesses, I am not familiar with. These are different goddesses than what I'm familiar with, but I'm loving it. Especially Queen Nefertiti. She's so cool, and her energy is awesome. But this isn't about her, because we drew Queen Nandi, and there she is with her beautiful child, which I think is a king, if I remember correctly, because I think I've drawn this card already. And her key word is intuition. So this is Queen Nandi. And I'm going to go ahead, if you don't mind, I'm going to read the whole thing. It's not really that long. So in this deck, it's divided into suits, and like sections, I guess you'd say. So she is, the temple is the suits, and she is a queen, of course. So it's the temple of queens, and the element of her is fire. So Queen Nandi was Queen Nandi was the mother of warrior king Shaka Zulu. Okay, so this was Shaka Zulu's mother. His father's royal family first rejected her. They said that she wasn't pregnant, and her belly resulted from an Ishaka beetle sting. But Nandi knew her son would be great before he was born. So Queen Nandi's guidance, you already know. Take a deep breath and surrender to what you know to be true. Trust your inner wisdom and guidance. And this is so true for many of us. Again, this is a general reading, but a lot of us know stuff, and we just either explain it away, or we just don't believe it, or we're afraid, or whatever the thing is that we do know. The embodiment message, what is your guidance telling you? Put your hands over your third eye and ask, if I knew what the answer is, what would it be? Then follow your first instinct.
Wow.
The creator and your ancestors connect with you through your intuition. Trust your internal GPS. The nudges, signs, and coincidences are divine guidance. Slow down, go for a walking meditation, be present with nature, and pay attention. Being present allows you to hear, feel, see, and sense your guidance. And then the goddess declaration, which is like the mantra, is I am knowing. So this is a great message for everybody. And again, the message from Queen Nandi is intuition. Okay. And thank you for letting me just read through that whole thing. But again, loving this deck, gorgeous. And you get very powerful readings from this just by asking a question and getting a couple cards. If you sit and do the prayer that's in the book, which I did, and I did exactly what it said to do, and I don't always do that at all with decks, and I did exactly what you're supposed to do, the whole thing, and it made a difference. So, okay, so from this old Stephen Farmer deck that I have, which I really like, I drew Fox. And this is about adapting to different things that are going on in your life. Something's happening, something's changing. It's about not resisting it. It's about letting it come in and just accepting it, whether it's exciting, scary, somewhere in between, whatever it is, there is change of foot for whoever this is for. And this is about allowing, right? Let go and let God, right? It's just letting it happen, whatever it is, because guess what? It's going to happen anyhow for whoever this is for. And resisting it is only going to make it painful. So that's the fox energy. Yeah, that's what this is. And then from the Moon Oracle deck, I got purposeful, and I got for purposeful and fulfillment.
I love that deck. I got to get that
deck. I know, it's so gorgeous. For anybody that's interested, this is the Moon Oracle, Witch's Moon Oracle deck, I believe is the name of it. So this is about making sure that what you're doing, there's something that you're spending time on, and either it's an affirmation to keep doing it, which you would know intuitively if it is, or it's saying, no, you need to be doing something that, like we were talking about clearing the clutter, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like
something
purposeful, making good use of your time, not being frivolous and watching YouTube videos all day, like we were talking about, or whatever it is that you're doing that is not good use of your time. Doesn't mean don't watch any videos, but like if you're watching, say, 3 hours, it's like, yeah, maybe 30 minutes, or whatever, right? Just apply it to how it makes sense. This will lead to your fulfillment in one way or another. For maybe you're just trying to, because you need to make better use of your time, or it's going to allow you to accomplish something that you've been putting off. Fulfillment, right? So that's what this is. Purposeful and fulfillment came out to be together. And then the last one I read from Flowers of the Night Oracle. I got affinity and passion. This is about a love connection for somebody. Somebody's shown up. You have an affinity.
Oh, maybe the Scottish gentleman.
Maybe for Tangi. This is about having an affinity for somebody. They've caught your eye. You're on the same page. You have an immediate attraction, or maybe it's not immediate, but whenever you really do connect and talk, there's a click that happens there. And you got passion, which doesn't necessarily mean, I don't even know what you can say on YouTube anymore. It doesn't necessarily mean in the sheets. This can be just, a passionate connection, that kind of thing. But this is absolutely, and this color is jumping out at me. This is about love for somebody. This is romance for sure. And that's all 2, 4. Those are my 6 cards. 3 different messages, 4 different messages.
Oh, I wanted to pull a card for those last 2 that you did for somebody in chat. And it's it's frog spirit. It says renewal, but it's also like the princess and the frog. She finds her princess. Does she kiss the frog? So renewal. So there may be a
frog
renewal.
Is clearing clutter.
Oh, is it?
Also. And it's in this deck, it's, I think, clearing out. Oh my God. I just flipped the deck over and there it is.
It's a frog. Yes.
Yeah, and it's clear your clutter.
I love it.
Clear out the clutter. And it was right at the bottom of the deck. That's hilarious. I pick it up and I go to shuffle it. I'm like, wait, it's right here.
And the first card that you were reading from the African Goddess deck, the Queen Nandi, you mentioned a beetle. My first card was a beetle.
Yes, scarab beetle. Yep.
I know there's lots of different beetles, but when I heard you say beetle, I was like, oh, wait a minute. Another beetle.
Yeah.
But isn't this incredible? Look at the artwork on this. I mean,
a shaka beetle.
The artwork and the design and everything that goes into these cards.
It's a gorgeous
deck.
card.
I'm not crazy for, but this artist that she's been using over the years, just absolutely love.
That is a beautiful deck. Yeah,
it is. So Vivian says she's been reducing her time online. Great cards. And Joan B liked that passage that you read out of the book. So very nice.
Awesome. Again, it's a beautiful deck, you guys. It's only $19.95 too. It's not an expensive deck.
So, all righty. Next we have is Nikki David. Nikki, are you still here? because that's one of the things that Allyson and a lot of us readers in when we do our lives, we like our people who ask for a reading to be present when we start
I'd love
pulling
to know.
cards so that we can get feedback too when possible. And it's a respectful thing too. So, Nikki David, are you here? Should I do the little do 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 do? Are you pulling cards for Nikki? Oh yeah, she's pulling. So, okay. We do, appreciate and would like, when someone asks for cards, if they can be present during the live for the readings. So, okay. So she would like to know how her love life will go. I'll pull a card. Pull a couple cards here. So I'm just going to go really quick because Nikki's not here, Allyson, I don't think. So I'm just going to I got Eagle Spirit, freedom, and Eagle Spirit is also about perspective. So it's the perspective of how you look at the relationships, what you envision a relationship to be. Um, with freedom, it feels like you want a relationship, but you also want to make sure that you have freedom to be who you are. Starry Night, acceptance, accepting the situation currently. If you're single, there may very well be a reason for it. You may be having to spend time to find out who you are as an individual. Um, and this beautiful stargazing, looking up into the sky, just finding out who you are on a soul level and getting to know yourself very well so that when you put the energy out there to find someone, that the energy that you bring what it is that you want into um, your relationship, your ideal relationship. And again, Raven Spirit also, this here on truth. It's making sure that you know exactly what it is that you want in a relationship, making sure that what you hold true for yourself and what you envision a relationship is for you is maintained to bring that energy, that relationship to you. And I'm just going to end right there. So, whenever you're ready.
Was I not muted?
Yeah, you were muted.
Did I just unmute it? I must have. Oh God, I don't even remember. Okay, I don't even remember doing that. Okay, that's great. Anyhow, so I just want to make sure I wasn't. Anyways, without the and it was Nikki, right?
Yeah, she's not here.
Oh, she's not here. Okay,
no,
but it was Nikki, right? I kept saying the name, and I already forgot. It's Nikki.
Yeah, Nikki David, but she left.
Hopefully, what is it?
Nikki David.
Nikki David.
That's her name.
So, do you want me to read it?
I read mine. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'll just go through it quick. So, Nikki, hopefully you'll see this. And please, everybody, if you ask a question in the chat, stick around to hear it because we will get to it unless Heather has said the questions are closed. That way we can get to everybody. So I'm just going to go through this quickly. In the past, you had something you were very hopeful about. This might have been something that was really good for you at one time, or you believed that it was this relationship. That's over, and I feel like you're still holding on to it in some sort of way. It might have been a serious, committed relationship. Personally, I don't think that it's in your best interest to be dating right now, because the advice, the Four of Swords with the Eight of Swords, you got something you need to heal. The outcome is the Hermit. This is about going within, inner study, reflection, and figuring it out so that you can come into temperance. Sorry, but the answer is, you can do what you want, but the answer is, this isn't a time to be dating. This is a time to work on self-healing.
That's what I got too.
That's my spiel. That's basically what you had. I was all into my shuffling when we were talking. So
okay. Yeah, I got perspective and freedom. Then I got acceptance. And for me, I was feeling that there's a lot of things that she needs to accept about herself, and loving herself before finding, the same thing. And I got Raven Spirit for last, the truth. So it's just she has to find what it is that she wants. Yep. Yes, she did. So, Nikki, if you play back and look and watch the video, we welcome your question in joining us in chat, but we please, out of respect to, Allyson and I and any reader, we ask that you be present for your reading. So we have, let me unstar that one, and we have one left, and it's from Lisa, and she would like to know how her live is going to go tomorrow. I have a few singles coming on, but terrified again. Well, you gotta move past the fear.
What are you afraid of, honey? Mm-hmm. I have a few singles coming up. What do you understand? What is the channel? I don't understand.
A few singles coming on. Well, she says it's going to be about dating in 2023. And so I'm not sure what the singles, or what's
people that aren't in partner, I guess.
Yes, so I don't know.
Tomorrow, please. I have a few singles coming on, but terrified again. Okay. And what is, you know who this person is? What's her name?
It's Lisa. Her channel is Kindness and Light. And like the collective, Lisa. Be fearless and be bold. Be exactly who you are. Don't dim your light to fit in with anybody else's channel. Just be yourself and, do your live. It takes a while for us to get used to doing lives until we feel comfortable in our skin, Yeah, Viviana, you can have a message too. We have time. So we're just going to pull some cards. Come on, pull some cards, Maz. Okay, which deck are we going to pull? Want to pull this one? Okay. So Lisa Mazzi says we are going to use the Sacred Forest Oracle for your reading. Ready, Maz? Are you present? You here? Yep, I'm here. Okay. Lisa, what does Lisa need to hear for tomorrow? And to be honest, Lisa, I get scared and nervous too before every live. I want everything to go perfect and whatnot, but I have to let go and just let things flow naturally, as they do. Because living in that fear.
I'm the weird one. I'm not nervous. I'm just like, whatever.
Me, I get nervous, especially when I do a lot of laughing. That's my cue that I'm getting a little nervous. You think after a year and a half, but still, I get the butterflies.
And we all have our issues. I get nervous with different kinds of stuff that you probably don't. So whatever, we're all different.
Yes. So, Lisa, I got Rainbow Waterfall Miracles. So already you have the beautiful butterflies. You have the rainbow. Just connect with it. Just melt right into it. Just be yourself. Be organic. When it says expect, sometimes we expect miracles. And when things, and if things don't work out, or you might, like me, a lot of times I sit there and I hear crickets. When I pull up a card, I go to start talking, or sometimes I have this one that gets in the way, or I can't, words come out backwards. Sometimes, I stutter. These things, they happen. We're all different. And Spirit doesn't want us to sometimes take ourselves so seriously. Sometimes we need those slip ups, to be able to remind ourselves, we're doing this to have fun, to relax, and to be ourselves and not be afraid. And the next card that Mazi and I got is the Daffodil Fairy, New Beginnings. So, your new channel, you're moving forward, new beginnings, new experiences. You're going to be having different people on. They'll give you more exposure. And okay, he's got his paw on the other last card. Can I have that? Thank you. So guardians of the land, protection. So again, just make sure you're grounded. You call on your spirit team to help you relax, to breathe. Ask them, like before I do every live, I sit and I ground myself. I ask Archangel Michael to protect me from any and all negative entities or energies that might be attracted to me, to my viewers, or to my guests during our lives, and to help me protect me from letting my ego, affect my readings. And that I call in my other spirit guides to help me process my message as clearly as possible. And then I just let go and I kick back and I do my live and try to relax as much as possible. So you'll be fine. I was a guest last week and you had a house full and you guys were laughing and having a great time. So try not to worry about it too much. Don't try to get out of your head. Don't let, thoughts become feelings, become behaviors. So I've learned in group. So keep those thoughts positive, be relaxed, and just, enjoy your viewers, enjoy your guests, and just have fun. And I'll hand it over to Allyson. Go ahead, Allyson. You're next.
Oh my God. I tell you, that
Bye,
gorgeous
everybody.
boy goes up and I just lose my mind. He's so pretty. Really, he's just so gorgeous. Okay. So I drew, you need to get out of your own way. That's partly what I'm getting here. You have an opportunity for this to go well. You are protected. Call on your spirit team, get grounded, smudge your space, have a crystal with you, call on whatever your team is. Don't drink a bunch of coffee beforehand. I don't know anything about you. I'm just saying different things that you can do. Breathe, sit down in the chair well before it starts, relax, start at your head, work your way down. There's all kinds of things you can do, but you have an opportunity to do this. You are protected. Okay, so this is there in your corner. Right? This is funny. That's why I laugh. And these came flying out together. It's so funny. I need to start using this deck again. I rotate stuff and then I put it away and then I bring it back out. I got beaver and raccoon. Beaver said, raccoon says, you have all the resources you need.
Yep.
And beaver says, just go ahead and do it.
There you go, Lisa. You can't get a louder message than that. It's like smack. Have you had your psychic V8 today?
It's so funny. And I don't mean to be mean, honey, at all, but it's like and I get it. I'm just kind of weird and whatever. But again, certain stuff gives me anxiety. It doesn't give other people anxiety. You've got everything you need to do this. You need to get out of your own way. And again, I wouldn't do any caffeine or anything like that. And get grounded, clear your space, have a stone. I have you can't even see what I have here. I've got this giant.
Oh, that's beautiful. Selenite.
Fluorite? No.
Selenite?
Selenite, thank you. Selenite with me all the time, my tower. Not that I really need it, and there's more. I got a bar here and a couple clear quartz, and they're always with me.
Selenite's great for absorbing negative energy.
Any black stone, whatever you have.
Yep.
Even if you don't believe in all that, just do it. Would be my suggestion. And then from my witch oracle, moon oracle, whatever it's called, deck. I have beautiful. It's a question: how's it going to go? What's going to happen?
That's beautiful.
Girl, if you do all those things, it'll be lovely. It'll be fine. And Heather was just talking about what happened last time. Probably you're the one that's thinking, oh my God. And everybody else is like, just kind of watching this show, and you've got the whole going on in your brain. And I'm not saying that's what's happening, but it could be, and hopefully it's one of the things, once you're in there for a few minutes, you're cool. you just relax and just join in and you're better. Maybe you just have anxiety before. I don't know. But this all looks really good. And just, be prepared ahead of time as much as you can be. Call on your spirit team, whoever you connect with. And like a lot of things, it'll be like riding a bike after a while.
Have fun with it.
Yeah, and also make sure, and I'm sure you are, but I just had this just popped into my head, so I'm going to say it. Make sure that the people that you are either doing the show with or people that you have on or whatever, that your energy works for them. If you feel any kind of anything off of anybody, anyhow, initially, I wouldn't, just don't be with other people or whatever. And again, I don't know anything about your show or who you're with. But if you have any kind of, you know what I mean, energetically, I'm not saying not ever, but initially while you're feeling this way, just be with somebody you're comfortable with. You know what I mean? Like Heather, she feels comfortable with me and we have a good time and whatever, and vice versa. Where I have somebody else, like I don't know this person and that can be, that alone can make you uncomfortable or whatever. So that's something else I just wanted to throw out there. And again, I don't know, maybe you're already doing that, but I felt compelled to say that.
This is only going to be her second live, I think.
Just relax.
Her second or third live. So it takes a while. I mean.
Yeah, absolutely. And
I look at some of the old videos.
Yeah, I've been on lots of lives, but I haven't done, I've done Sisters of the Mystical Tarot where I'm hosting, but it's not really the same. I don't do lives. I do all recorded videos.
Why not?
I haven't done any lives just because I'm like, what am I gonna, I could, I just haven't done it. So, but I've been on
the energy, isn't there, then yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. I just, because of what my content is, it doesn't make sense to do it live.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yes, Lisa, you got this. David popped in earlier. He was talking about anxiety at the supermarket because we're, reading for Lisa. And I deal with anxiety at different levels on, different intensities on different days. But, when you have those coping skills in place, and breathing for me is one of the best tools, because once you start to breathe deep a few times, you're automatically grounded and you're getting connected to the earth. And for me, that's something that really helps during those moments. And I also try to avoid going into places if I know it's going to be a possible height. If my anxiety is at a certain level and we go out shopping and we're not near like the North Tonawanda Walmart, we have to go to ours. I'll tell Shan, my anxiety, I can't, you have to go in. So I try to plan and know when to go into certain places and not. And if you don't have that, easier to be able to do that. You just go in, surround yourself in white light, just kind of stay focused on the task at hand. Just make sure you keep breathing and just go in, get what you need, get in line, scan, money, have a good day. You too, give that person a smile, because sometimes I know when I'm not in a good mood, if I smile at a cashier or somebody I see in the store, that helps remove some of my anxiety. And that cashier may be having an anxious moment too, for all you know, because I know working retail and customer service, I was anxious all the time because I never knew what the next customer or the next, what the person was going to be like. So sometimes to help your anxiety, give that smile and you could be helping another person as well. So just a little something I wanted to share, and play off one another and have fun. Exactly, Isadora. Exactly. We did have another request. Viviani asked if we can pull cards for her, and she's been there putting all the tags and stuff in. So
fine with me.
Most definitely.
It's fine with me.
Yeah.
What do you want to know about Viviani? Subject.
Is there anything specific? Maybe narrow it down a little bit.
Family, love, children, work, something.
Calling Viviani. Viviani, are you in the store? There she is.
Give her a second. Sometimes there's a weird delay.
Yeah. Manifestation, she said. Cards that could help her focus on manifestation. But what do you want to you want to manifest love?
Yeah, what is it you're trying to create? That's how I would pose that question, right, Heather? Wouldn't you?
Yeah. When you manifest, what do you want? You should put love. love has to really start with yourself. So is this cards and
is she asking
guiding
for
you
love?
how? Yes, she put manifestation, and then she put in big letters love.
Romantic love, I'm assuming.
Probably, yeah. But I'm
Okay.
asking her to consider too, if she's in the place of where she loves herself unconditionally, you know, to be able to accept people that because by when we accept ourselves or love ourselves,
okay,
we
that's
attract
true,
people
but
who
you
will
can
love
still bring
us.
it in. It doesn't mean it's going to be
Yeah.
ideal, but you can still bring in love.
And she's the girl for relationships, so you go for it, girl.
And she said doing that. Okay, cool. All right, yeah. Viviani.
Yeah, Allyson's the relationship tarot guru. Oh, come on. Look how many videos you have on relationships and things. They make sense. A lot of them, you know.
They do. It's just funny to hear that. It's like, yeah, I guess. It's funny. Every time I do a video, because you know, you pick up like on a certain energy, and I just don't have time to do it. I would love to do like one for Aries and then do another one for Aries. Or like do 3, because it's like you can only pick up on, you know what I mean? But so, and actually for anybody that does watch my channel, if you've been waiting, I haven't posted anything in like 9 days. I'm going to be doing videos over the next several days, and there'll be probably an upload of the entire Zodiac. I've just been working my tail off, and I'll be recording this weekend.
Maybe something for Sagittarius.
Let me move. Yeah, I'm going to do everybody. Yeah. All right.
She says, yes, love yourself first, she says. That's why I thought about that question. Okay. So yeah. Because I know how hard it can be to love oneself. I work on that on a daily basis. There are days when I just, honestly, I will loathe myself for things that come up from my past or things that are going present on around me that I did. And then I have to kind of like pull myself back and say, you know what? You're human. You're having a human experience. We all make mistakes, you know, bring it around, you know, and, you know, you move through the moment, the emotion, and then you let it go and you give it to spirit or however, you know, you see your higher power. Oh, so Viviani, I am pulling out a deck that I haven't used in a while. The Robin Wood Tarot. It was gifted to me for my birthday by Gerald. And so I felt drawn to pull this deck out tonight, and I guess this is for your question, sweetheart. Oh, I like this. Viviani says, self-love and self-care is my focus now. Oh, she isn't here. I'm telling you, she's the relationship guru right there when it comes to tarot. The love guru. Oh, this is... Ooh, hello. To the bottom of the deck. Okay. Wow. Okay. I'm going to pull my little book too, since it's been a while. So, well, Allison's still shuffling. I'm going to go ahead. So, Viviani. So what I'm doing with my regular tarot, because I'm learning court cards and learning how to distinguish not necessarily gender, but the energy that the genders represent. And so what I've done is I've separated my court cards into one pile and then combined the regular minor and major arcana together in a separate. And so for you, Viviani, I got the Queen of Pentacles. And I think this is perfect for you. Isn't that beautiful? And a Queen of Pentacles is a warm, generous woman who has the seeker's best interest at heart. No fear of hard work, monetary gifts, intelligence, and thoughtfulness. So right off the bat, you are a warm, caring individual. I mean, when I saw that card come up, I knew immediately like this was perfect, because I've known you for a while now in chats and on Facebook, and you do give off that beautiful, warm, and generous spirit. So your thoughtfulness and intelligence, it's like, this is you, but this is also what you would like to see in another relationship. You want somebody who can, and which leads me to, and I don't care what YouTube might think about my card, but this is the Lover's card. Um, and hopefully nobody's offended by a little bit of, nudity art, but we are, you know, we are humans. We
yeah,
have,
everybody naked, YouTube.
Yep.
Hello.
So I got the Lover's card. So this is beautiful. And so
It
with
is.
the
I
Lover's
love that.
card, what's representing to me is that you have that balanced lovers. And when it comes to lovers, does not necessarily mean a man woman relationship, or it could be a woman woman and whatever. But also too, the Lovers cards represent relationships, with ourselves, whether
And a
we're working on
choice.
personal, yes, with even friendships and working with others. And I got the Justice card. I know you want your relationships to be balanced and fair and equal between two people. And the other card I got was the Eight of Swords. So it feels like you might be holding yourself back. You might, um there's like gave me a little, there's like a little bit of fear, because she's surrounded, like you've seen on the shows, she's surrounded by swords, but she's not blocked by them. She can easily walk through them. Her bonds, she's blindfolded. It's like she's afraid. She wants, it's like you want to be, um putting yourself out there, but also you're afraid because of, you know of the way the kind of the world is. There's a lot of, um uh I don't, okay, what we see on TV, social media, and news, there is a lot of, they're constantly showing us negativity. So we're kind of afraid of what we see on TV or on our phones, and that's not a full reflection of what the world is. There are a lot of good people, a lot of loving people that would, love to be in a relationship with you. So you have to let go of that fear of maybe not being good enough, or you're afraid of what is out there, or if you're going to attract the wrong person. But the cards up to this point shows that what you are mentally and emotionally and energetically putting out there is, positive, loving, and warm. And the card on the bottom of the deck I got was the, Nine of Pentacles. Here you are in your beautiful garden and you're tending it. So you want to make sure that, who you welcome into your garden, into your life, is worthy of your love and your morals and your ideals of a relationship. So it is possible. You just kind of have to move out of that mentality of feeling like you're trapped, there's no way, and to allow it to happen naturally, organically, and to just keep tending your garden and know that the right person will come where you will be allowed, will where you will allow them into your garden and to know you and to welcome you in that relationship. And she says, I guess the feeling of being vulnerable. Yes, a lot of us have that feeling of being vulnerable, because we're always getting bombarded day. And that's why I try to stay on my phone as much as possible, because all you really see on the news is just all the negative stuff that's going on. And you don't see anything of the positive of people out there who are making or trying to make changes and are good people. They like to keep us in fear. So try to get past that. And yeah, that's my reading. I'll let Allyson take over. Take over. Take over.
Thank you.
You're
Viviani,
welcome.
so I mean, this isn't unusual. A lot of us have gone through this, but in your energy for the past, I have the moon. So there's something here that's still showing up in your energy. This is probably regarding, a past relationship. It could have been 20 years ago. It could have been 3 months ago. I don't know. You would know, but there's something from this relationship. And I got a clarifier on it of the Two of Wands. You know about this and this is something that you know that you need to move on from. You've looked at it, you're looking at it, you're aware of it, right? So that's a past energy that's still hanging on. There is an opportunity around you right now, though, in your surroundings. Maybe you got your eye on somebody, or maybe something has caught your eye, but we have the Ace of Pentacles here in the present. So there's something there in your orbit. There's an opportunity, whether or not it's good for you or whatever, but there's somebody there. You have looked at this. This is the hidden influence, the Three of Wands. So again, this opportunity that's there, you have noticed it, right? I don't know how interested you are. That's not what I'm reading on, but there is something there in some degree. The advice, though, Six of Swords, and that's because of this moon that's still hanging out in your head. So the advice is the Six of Swords. So this is to move on from something. The outcome is the Four of Pentacles. This is you being very guarded, keeping whoever at arm's length if somebody does come in, and overthinking it if they do, and maybe like totally, you know, if you got somebody that comes in, you're going to come up with every reason under the sun why it's not going to work, or they're not good, or they're this or this, that. And that doesn't mean you're wrong. It doesn't mean you're wrong, but it just means that you're in a very guarded place. And believe me, I get it. I've been single going on 6 years because I'm just like, nope. And I don't even look and whatever, but this isn't about me. So this moon is in your energy, you know, and you probably are working on it, right? Us ladies do that. You know, you're working on your stuff. I know actually, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to be nice. To say something about guys, but I'm not going to say that. And the outcome clarified on top of all this, as long as you do all of that work, you got the Three of Cups here, honey. So it's there. The potential is there, because at the bottom of the deck, you've got the Ace of Cups and the Four of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So this is a potential, right? So if you can master, kick into the curb, whatever this is, and there's no timeline on this, honey. Mm-hmm. You know, you just work on it at your own pace. But you got the Six of Swords. You got to let this go. But again, in your environments, this is right now, right? And, you know, stuff moves around and changes. There's somebody there. There's an opportunity there. But, you know, men are like, you know, produce. You know, there's always more, and it comes and goes. And people. Comes, goes, everywhere. Men everywhere. You go to the gas station, there's men. You go to the grocery store, there's men. You go to they're everywhere, right? It's just whether or not it's for you. My point is, my joke, my point is, it's like there's an old saying about ships in the night or something, whatever.
Oh, ships
or buses, right? If you miss one bus, there'll be another one. It's just, that's what I mean. It's not that big of a deal. You're a real person, whoever you're supposed to be. Not that there's only one. I think we all have many. It's just whoever we end up, you know, at the timeline or whatever, you know, you're not going to miss your person. So if you're not ready or whatever, you know, you're not going to miss it. If it's meant to be, it will happen. But again, in the outcome, Four of Pentacles, Four of Swords. Yeah, you've got some walls to tear down because you were hurt. Mm-hmm. We've all been hurt. But you got the Three of Cups here. There can be a celebration if you're away. There's a way for you to do it. But is there somebody? Sure, if you want to. And you might be aware of who it is or not. But again, there's a possibility there in the future. So sorry if that was a little long. I just wanted to make sure I really made it clear. But that's what I got. And what else? Anything else? It's pretty diverse here on the cards. I couldn't tell you this guy who it is. I wouldn't even try to guess. It could be any sign, honestly.
Or girl. I'm not quite sure how, you know, you know, it could be girl too. I don't know how, you know, how Viv plays or how she swings.
Yeah, I always assume, you know, whatever. I'm sorry, guys. I was born in 1970. I just, unless it's stated otherwise, and maybe that's wrong.
That's why I have a hard time with relationship questions, because I never know, because you know, people are much more open and out there now, and it's just kind
They
of like,
are.
okay, is this card
They are,
to
and you know
represent
what?
actual
And maybe
physical?
I shouldn't say that, but I do read pretty gender neutral, like with the kings and the queens, all that, when I'm doing an actual reading that's recorded, but talking live to you, and it felt like it was male. So that's what I said. And if I was wrong, sorry.
Well, Serena's very open. She goes, she likes both. Okay, there you go.
There you go.
And I just pulled a quick card again for Viviani, and the card that came right just said is play, have fun, honey, celebrate. Exactly. Don't be so serious. If it's a little fling here and there, and you're safe and it's harmless, and you want a little bit of company, not everything has to be so serious right away. So just be out there and have some fun too.
And I didn't end up saying that. I picked up on that looking at this Ace of Pentacles with the Three of Wands. That was another thing that I picked up. You are aware. You are looking, I feel. And I could be wrong about that. But like I said, there is somebody there. It might not be somebody that is your usual type if you have one, or it's somebody that you wouldn't have automatically considered. Maybe y'all haven't had like a conversation where things clicked. You know what I mean? It could be something like that.
And I did have that card too.
It might just be somebody that's noticed you, but you haven't noticed them. Just apply it how it makes it, or vice versa. So, but that's what I got for you. Hope that's awesome. Helpful.
That's why I like when we get like a relationship question or whatever, and Allyson pulls out her tarot cards, because I love how Allyson reads with tarot, and I learn so much from, because everybody reads differently, but you know, it's nice being able to watch other people and listen to other people, you know,
I like it.
And it ends up making your ability to read it broadens your perspective on how to look at cards and how to read them. And you know, for me, buying books and trying to sit there, I can't read like I used to when I was younger. So for me, I enjoy learning by watching how other people read. Now, we're at 9:38. Serena, I think it is a little late for a reading, because I have the free StreamYard, and I do have another guest coming on next week, along with another Friday night with Allyson. So Serena, hit us up next time. We'll be here every Friday at 8:00. So if you want to you know, have us pull some cards then. And oh, Arwen the Gray, hi sweetheart, we're just getting ready to sign off. But it's so nice to see you pop into the chat. I hope your arm is doing well, that you're feeling well.
Yeah, I hope you're healing.
And before we go again, for people who came in a little bit later in the show, Sherry's from Voices in the Swamp, her son was in a car accident. He's okay. Apparently he was lucky to walk away with a sprain. Sherry's still a little shaken up, but I just would like, you know, for all of us to just send some loving energy and vibes to Sherry, because you know, I can't imagine being a mom, you know, and hearing that, and you know, going through that. So just sending some healing vibes and stuff out to her. And hi Septina. Oh man, maybe we should start making Fridays at 8:30. You think maybe? Because it seems like maybe there might be other shows coming on and people can come in a little bit later. We'll talk about that. So yeah, hi Septina. And so Tuesday I will be having Nancy from A Crone's Intuition as my guest on my channel. For crystals, we're going to be sharing our favorite crone stones. And Allyson will be doing now I noticed last Tuesday you weren't on the Transcendental Politics show with Val and Scott. Are you still a part of that?
I am. The week before I had that incident with work, and then I had a hot date Tuesday.
Ooh, okay. Well, who knows? Maybe some of those cards in our readings tonight were for you. Well, that's nice. And you will be still with Wednesday night with the sisterhood. And you hosted, I think, last week. I tried stopping in for a few minutes to see what was, see, what the vibe was and whatnot. And and then Allyson be with me again on Fridays. So yeah, everybody, thank you for popping in. Yeah,
thank you.
We might think about, because I know some of our fellow subscribers are night owls too, so they come on a little bit later. So maybe we can.
I stay up late on. Yeah. And now school's out, so I'll be up. I'll be up later because that's my natural rhythm to be more of a night owl.
Yeah, we always loved that song growing up. Alice Cooper, "School's out for summer."
Yeah,
and for over. Yeah, and when you graduate, it's forever.
Yeah.
Right. Oh my goodness. So yes, everybody. Yes, thank you. Good night. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you on one of Allyson's shows, and we'll see you here next week. And I think our guest next week is going to be actually Miss Lisa Rhodes, Kindness and Light. So we'll see everybody next weekend. Yes.
Oh, cool.
I believe she's going to be the 16th. So yes. And
okay,
so that'll be nice. All right. Good night, everybody. Have a good weekend.
Bye, everybody. Have a good weekend.